Hey, hello, and welcome back to Twisted Taste Buds. Today's going to be a special day because I'm going to be making my daughter's favorite chicken. I guess we could call it the best chicken in the world in her mind because she really loves it. For birthdays, when she lived closer, I made it for her every year for her birthday. Something that she really enjoys, and it's not that complicated, but it does have a couple of ingredients in there that may be unusual to a lot of people, but that's what I do. I kind of like being off the chart, just doing something different that most people don't do. Today we're going to get started, and the first thing I want to do is I want to take some mustard, and just so you know, there's a lot of ingredients involved here. I will put a recipe at the end or in the description, and you can follow from there. But I want to take some mustard and I want to coat this chicken Be liberal with it. Put enough on there because this is what's going to hold all the seasonings onto the chicken. I'm going to rub it down real good. Get it into all the spaces. Get that skin good and coated. Just like that. Then I'm going to rinse my hand off real quick. Because this can be messy. And the first thing I want to start off with is a barbecue rub. Use the kind you like. I'll use butt rub. It just seems to give it a good color. And I like it as a base. This is really simple because I just sprinkle everything on there. I don't mix a rub together because I don't know that it makes any difference or not, but I just like it layered and then everything blends in together. So there's the butt rub. Take just a tiny pinch of cinnamon. That's a unique flavor. Take some onion powder. Just like that. I use Creole seasoning. Lived in Louisiana for a while, and the flavors they give you down there are just incredible. It's hard for me to get away from them. Just like that. You can be generous with the amounts that you put on here because a lot of it is going to sweat off as we marinate this meat. Take a little bit of Cholula or the hot sauce of your liking, maybe Tabasco. Just like that. Let's get salt in there. Put a little salt. Some pepper. You want to coat this pretty good. Because once this is done, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, let it set for, I'd say 2 hours if you can, at least 1 hour. And if you have overnight, that really makes it wonderful. Got the pepper on there. And you know I love my pepper. A bit of cayenne. This isn't necessary. This is just one of the flavors that I like in my food. It's not going to be overpowering. Cumin. A little mustard powder. Got some paprika here. This is fresh. I haven't even opened this bottle yet. Take the paprika. This is going to add some more color to it. And the last thing I use is Greek seasoning. It's just got a really nice balance to it. It's got a lot of different herbs and stuff in it. Put that on there. Now if that don't look like a mess, I don't know what does. But it's really going to be delicious. I'm just going to kind of pat everything in. You can see how it's coming together. Then I'm going to turn it over, and we're going to do the same thing on the back side. Because we will be grilling these, and I have a sauce that I use with it. I want it to get in every little crevice. So give me a second, let me wash my hand real quick. Got this aluminum foil down with the parchment paper because I just don't want any juices from the chicken leaking on my counter and causing any contamination. As far as the bare hands, I'm going to wash my hands, and it is for family, so it's not a big deal. Take that mustard on the backside. If you have these openings in your chicken, put that mustard in there, get it on the bone, get it in the crevice. Once again, you'll never taste that. It's just for holding the ingredients. Just rub it down real good. This has been a popular recipe of mine. A lot of people love this chicken. And when we start to grill it, you'll understand why, because it's super moist, super flavorful. And by letting this stuff marinate and using the sauce that I'm going to show you here in a few minutes, it's just tender and juicy to the bone. Get that stuff in there. These don't have the crevice. Gonna rinse our hand real quick. And then just start the process over with the rub down ingredients. Rub. Got the paprika. You can use smoked paprika if you want to. It's the flavor of the smoked paprika to me is just a little overpowering sometimes. It takes over where I don't want it to. So you make that choice. It's the Greek seasoning. Mustard powder. Cumin. Little smoky Mexican background to it. Cayenne. It really doesn't matter what order you put these things in. I just like to layer them. Onion powder. Cinnamon. If you've never added cinnamon to any of your dry rubs, you need to try it because it really just brings out a different layer of flavor. Got pepper. I'm kind of excited about doing this because it reminds me of my daughter, and this, if you watched the last episode, you saw I made the meatloaf for my son. And then my next video is going to be a poached salmon for my other son. So I figured I'd start this series off with doing things that are really close to me and things that my children enjoyed. Because I enjoyed them and I love them. Miss them too. We don't live near each other, so we don't get to see each other as much as maybe some people do. And that Cajun seasoning again. Alright, we're going to just kind of pat this in, get everything kind of moving around a little bit, get inside those holes, keep this going, rinse our nasty little hands again. And that's it for a couple hours. We're just going to wrap this up. We'll throw it in the refrigerator. You can move them closer together. That parchment paper, when you put it down on the aluminum foil, is going to be another barrier to make sure that no juices leak out and get all in your refrigerator. The next part I want to show you, when I take it and put it out on the grill, I use a juice that I almost steam the chicken with. I'll let it cook, then I put this juice on top of it, and then just put it on like every 15 or 20 minutes and just let it penetrate deep into the chicken. And what I use for that, I got a squirt bottle. I get soy sauce, and this is going to be equal amounts of everything. Take soy sauce. Put about a third of the bottle of that. This is going to give it umami or richness. And it's going to add some salt to it too, which is going to bring out a lot of flavors. Worcestershire sauce, or however people say it. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. I'm going to put that in there. Come on, big buddy, get up in there. Now there's a ton of ingredients in Worcestershire sauce that really brings a nice flavor, especially to this chicken. It's going to be incredible. And the last thing that I use is a soda. Sometimes I use Coke, sometimes I use Dr. Pepper, and if you really want to get out there and get something that's going to be tasty and have a great smell to it, go to a local Mexican store, a little shop that sells Mexican food or items that the Mexicans use, and get tamarind soda. It's just incredible. Then I add the Coke, and then I think we're there. Let me clean off this edge a little bit. Put the lid on. Shake it up. And then we'll take this, and as the chicken starts to grill, we'll just kind of coat it with this every few minutes. Just let it steam in. I mean, it'll steam all the way to the bone. This chicken is incredible. As I get it on the grill, I'll give you more information about how things work. And I really hope that you try it. Okay, well that's it for now. I'm going to let this marinate for a couple hours, and then we'll get it on the grill and we'll show you what goes on out there. That's when the real magic starts, and the people in the neighborhood are going to start coming around. What's he doing over here now? They all know I'm crazy. I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay guys, welcome back. It's been a couple of hours. I've let this chicken settle down, kind of marinate itself, and I got the grill good and hot. We're going to place it on there, and then we're going to start this grilling. Oh, that sounded good. Here we go. I think I might need one more of those on. This is a juicy one right here. Alright, I start these out bone down just to kind of get some heat up inside them. This is going to be a closed cook. It's not like a normal grill, because we want that steam to build up inside there. And it's messy. Thankfully we're on the back porch and I can just reach over here and get the water hose and clean off my hands. But I've got it on the grill for a minute. We'll come back in just a few minutes and show you how things are progressing. And thank you for watching. Alright, we're back. Just want to get a little bit of color on the bottom of these, get the heat built up, get this thing started. I like to kind of cook these slow at first, just to kind of render down some of the fat out of that skin. It's really nice if it's crispy at the end. There we go. I think you can see the color that's in there right now. I've got another camera set up. It's going to show you a close-up. And I know it's early, but this is when we start. I'm going to take that juice and just kind of shoot a little bit of that juice over it. Keep this chicken moist. Oh mercy, you need to smell that. It is incredible. And one of the keys to having a really juicy chicken breast, especially if you're cooking white meat, is to pull it about 158, 160 degrees and then let it rest. And that way it keeps the juices inside, it doesn't dry it out. You want to rely on that carry-on cooking so you don't end up with that tough, dry piece of chicken that most breasts are. This sauce that we're putting on there is going to really give it a lot of flavor, but it's also going to help the moisture level in it too. I live in Savannah, Georgia, and it's a really, really salty area. We live close to the ocean, and it's horrible on equipment. This grill is just a little over a year old, and the salt water and all the salt that comes around here just tears it up. So I have to be really particular about where I place things on the grill. I'm going to give this a couple more minutes, and then we're going to set everything on the top of the grill. Try to keep things about 300 degrees. Let's see where we're at now. Oh yeah, we got some charring. Oh yeah, I think you can see that. Then we're going to set these up here, give them a shot. We're going to close the lid and just let them cook in directly. Try to keep the grill around 300, 350 degrees. Be back in just a moment, let you see another vision of this as we keep basting it, keep putting the juice on there and letting it cook through. And remember, I'm going to get the thermometer out here in a little bit. We're going to pull it out about 158 to 160 degrees. Cover it, let it carry over, cook. It'll keep all the moisture inside the chicken. Alright, we're back for another turn. Going to give it a little more juice. You can already see the color coming on this. It's incredible. Turn this over. You can see the juices coming out of the chicken. It's going to be great. Nice color. Wonderful smell. We're going to get this side. I really wish you could smell this. It is incredible. won't be much longer. I'll flip them about every 5 to 10 minutes and just keep the juice going on there, let it steam, cooking on the top shelf, slow, and we just don't want it dried out. As you can see, see if we can get that in there. We've got 155 and I'm going to pull it right there. Okay guys, I brought it back in. This is what we got. It's a nice char on there. As you can see, there's a good amount of juice coming out. That's from resting. I tried to let it rest for about 10 minutes.